Chapter 4, reviewing the lesson.
The majority of poems that became part of the pages of this fourth chapter of the journey were written between 2002 and 2004. So many occurrences had happened in my life by this point since this gift became a major part of who I'm still learning to be today. I began to recognize and distinguish some of the many different personalities other than just Bill's that seemed to be connected to the journey. Not only that, but I could even feel certain emotional levels emit from these different energies just prior to or while writing a poem. And I will feel that same feeling all over again at times if I happen to be reading through some of my poems, no matter how long ago it might have been since I'd actually written them. The first poem in this video, titled "The Cost," is a great example of what I mean here. It was written in memory of a little girl named Carly Rusia on February the 6th of 2004. And I'd relived the extreme emotions I felt from that day when viewing the clip for the first time myself after this video was completed. When it ended, I had tears streaming down my face, and I swear I felt a small hug and a faint thank you, just as I did the day I wrote this poem. But my tears weren't just for Carly, but also for humanity. Because you see, I remembered the job assignment I was given that day from the chief, for it was not to write this poem just for Carly, but for all the other children, past, present, and future, who become part of the cost. And that wasn't all. I'd also been told I had to include a message to humanity about the rising cost it continues to pay for not understanding its simplistic conceptions by being continuously divided and separated from its original origins. And as we come upon 7 years since the day this little girl became part of the journey, tens of thousands of children have left this world in the same atrocious way as Carly did. So I was left with a very sad question. Have we learned nothing from the abominations in our mirror's reflection? And if we refuse to do this, what does the future truly hold in store for us? Welcome to chapter 4 of the journey. The cost. I wrote this poem to represent the sons and the daughters, all the relatives, the mother, and all of the father, for a girl named Carly, who they found yesterday. I wrote this so her memory will never fade away. In this existence where the animal can be a copy man, The way we hurt each other is so hard to understand. I'm not a people person, but I felt my heart break, and I shed a tear or two for this child's sake. While I watch all these stories play their daily renditions, my sorrow turns to anger for our children's conditions. How do we not see we're slowly growing blinder when our cross TVs and newspapers is a constant reminder. We place far too many children within a wooden box. For every second that keeps turning upon the clock, I can't say for sure if we will ever find a cure that will ever make our morals once again pure. I don't know why civilization is so destructive. Among the compassionate times we've been constructed, but we must conquer this war for those already lost, for all those children, and the others who became
The cost.
helplessly watching. Imagine if your children were alone and scared, and they didn't have a person left in life who cared. After helplessly watching all their family members die, keeping unanswered questions for all their reasons of why. In their fight for survival and a morsel to eat, each day the same nightmare plays and repeats. They witness death's cold face continuously as disease overtakes their entire country. With no luxuries like shoes, square on their feet, living in cardboard shacks with ceilings that leak. They're holding on to all their hopes and dreams while the world around them falls apart at the seams. Remember, there are souls in this world left plagued with pain, and not enough people think that's plain insane. So thinking of your life and all the problems you faced, do you truly think you felt tragedy embrace? Nightmare. When Sally was young and still just a child, she would dream about her life, wondering what kind of man she'd meet, who would ask her, to be his wife. Now as she grew there were quite a few, but she still had not found Mr. Right. And then at 19 she met a man named Dean, told her friends it was love at first sight. They dated a while and he made her smile, so the day came he asked for her hand. Sally felt blessed and quickly said yes, so the day she had dreamed of was planned. But after the wedding he started to change. His trust in her became an issue. He screamed and he yelled nearly every day as she cried silent into her tissue. But with the birth of a boy, Sally found joy. She was proud, as a mother could be. But just like a curse, her husband got worse. I guess he liked causing her misery. Now year after year, she survived in fear, for Dean grew much meaner and colder. Then there came a day that her son would say, "I'll protect you, Mom, when I get older." At the age of 15, hearing his mom scream, he quickly ran to his mother's aid. But his dad's out the door, like many times before. So he said, "Mom, please don't be afraid. In the dark alone, when his father got home, sat this son with a loaded shotgun. And when his dad came in, then lunged at him, he pulled the trigger, and it was done. They took him to jail without any bail, while he was waiting for his day in court. But ugly words got said, and he ended up dead by a man who killed him for sport. So deep down inside, Sally quietly died, not able to bear her despair. Her body's now still after she took some pills for her dream